I would like to extend a very warm welcome, everyone, to our information session about LSE Summer School 2025. I'm Lisa Kamp, and I'm the recruitment manager for Summer School, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the program today. I would also like to introduce Ella Nash, who is the program manager for Summer School, and she will talk more about the academic program, the entry requirements, and also about how everything works around the application. I'm very happy that we have with us Opeyemi and Anton, that are our fantastic student ambassadors who joined Summer School last year, and we are excited to hear their perspective on the program. We also have another team member here in the chat, so please feel free to ask your questions in our chat and in the Q&A function so that we can answer them throughout the presentation. We will also have some time after the presentation for a Q&A where we can answer your questions live. And I would also like to let you know that this webinar will be recorded to make it available as a resource for students who cannot join today. Just as a kind note, if there is somebody in the audience who has already applied for summer school and has been enrolled, you are very welcome to join our pre-departure session, which takes place on Tuesday, the 20th of May at 5 p.m. UK time. If the time doesn't work for you, this presentation will also be recorded. And the session is for enrolled students only, our pre-departure session on 20th of May, so you can check your inbox for the registration link. But now let's start with having a look at the LSE in general, to tell you a bit more about LSE as an institution. Then we will hear from Ella, and then we will have a look at our extracurricular activities and hear from our ambassadors. So first of all, I would like to start with telling you a bit more about LSE. LSE has a very long and distinguished history for excellence and is constantly ranked as one of the best social sciences universities in the world. We are connected with 20 Nobel Prize winners and 40 world leaders who have taught or studied at LSE. Just to give you some examples, we have the president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, its first female president, who is an LSE alumna. India's 10th president, but also a bit of a fun fact, the Rolling Stone star Mick Jagger, who was enrolled at LSE, but never quite finished his course because he wanted to pursue his career as a rock star. But again, there are a lot of interesting people connected to LSE and to the world-class university and research that we are doing here. So if that is interesting to you, please read more about it online because there's a lot to discover. And also LSE has a very large alumni community, which you will engage with in one way or another also during summer school. Just to tell you a bit more about our location, LSE is right in the heart of London. For everybody of you who has been to London already, probably recognizes the location, very close to Covent Garden, to Trafalgar Square, all the famous sites that are important to visit in London. So it's a very great location to explore the city as well. And LSE is very close also to London's financial and legal centers. So that is quite a fitting setting given the role that LSE is playing in current affairs. You see these little red houses on the screen, and they are our student accommodations. So if you decide to stay at LSE student halls, you will also have a very central London location. We will tell you a little bit more about the accommodation halls later on. I would like to tell you more about the summer school specifically. We are the world's largest global summer school in terms of international intake. We are expecting more than 8,000 students to join us this summer, spread over all the 3 sessions. So it is an amazing community of international students from literally everywhere in the world. We are taught by the summer school courses are taught by LSE faculty. All the courses are based on LSE undergraduate courses, so you get the same curriculum that is taught at undergraduate level and also have the same world-class faculty teaching the courses. As I mentioned before, we do have a lot of extracurricular activities and programs. We have a social program and a professional skills program where you can discover London, work on your career skills, and connect with the students from all around the world. And as I showed you before, we are very centrally located in London, and it's a great place to be in the summer, so a very convenient location to explore the city. Our students they come to us for the summer are mainly undergraduate students, but we also have a number of postgraduate students and even working professionals. So it is a great place for students to connect from all different stages of their academic or professional stages and careers. It creates a very rich learning environment in class because students are coming from all over the world and from all different subjects and places. As you can see here on this slide, we had over 113 different nationalities last year, and we're expecting even more for this year. Students are not only just very international, they also come from leading universities around the world. We do welcome a number of students from the US, especially in the first session, for example, from Yale, Harvard, UNC, Princeton, but also from students in Australia, Asia, the top universities and business schools in Europe, and Central and South America. So there are really students from top universities, and it's a very great place for you also to build your network. So we always encourage you to not to stay within your group, not just to stay with students that you might already know, in case there are coming others from your home institution, but instead to just really make use of this network of students that are at summer school. We are now going to have a look at the academic program, and I'm going to hand over to Ella.
Thank you so much, Lisa. So my name is Ella Nash, and I'm the Admissions and Programme Manager here at the LSE Summer School. So the team that I manage and work with will deal with your application journey from the moment you start thinking about coming to the summer school and have any questions that you might like answered, all the way through to support during the programme and after the programme, helping you with your post-programme documentation. So some general information about the LSE Summer School is that we run for 9 weeks over the summer, from the 23rd of June through to the 22nd of August. Now, this 9 weeks is split up into three-week sessions, and in each session, you can take one course. Now, a really common question that we get asked as part of the application process is, can I take more than one course within a session? And I'm afraid the answer to that is no, and that's due to the number of teaching hours that each course has. Now, what we recommend is that you look at the courses that you're interested in and then what sessions they fall under, and then submit your application to as many sessions and courses as you would like. However, as I said, you can only do one course per session. So we'll move on to a little bit more detail about what these courses are. So we have over 100 courses on offer as part of the LSE Summer School. And these are across our 7 main subject areas, of which we are known for our high class teaching, and it's actually the same academics that teach during the year for our undergraduate programs. They just condense their courses down to 3 weeks and then kind of teach it again during the summer, but it's a very intense condensed version, which is why it's so popular for credit transfer purposes. Now, there are 3 different levels of course. Level 100 is our introductory courses. They're the same level as your first year at university. Level 200 courses are equivalent to second year university courses, and our 300 are the equivalent to third year undergraduate or postgraduate in terms of their difficulty. Now, that doesn't mean that if you are in your first year at university, you can only study a level 200 course. Or sorry, a level 100 course. You may actually qualify for a 200 level if you have met that course's prerequisites. Now, what I mean by that is that we require you to have studied an introductory topic in that subject, so that when you arrive, you're ready to hit the ground running with your education for that course. Now, it also means that if you're in your third year or second year at university, that you would also qualify for 100 level. So if you wanted to try something new, for example, you would be able to apply for that 100 level course with your academic transcript as part of your application, and then you would be able to try something new. So you don't feel like you're boxed into a certain level of course based on where you are in your own academic journey. We just ask that you look on the course pages at what prerequisites there are for any of our harder level courses, so for the 200 and 300s. Now, all of our courses are structured in a very similar way. So we have, on average, 54 hours of face-to-face teaching time over the 3-week period. And that's broken down into 36 hours of lectures and 18 hours of small group seminars. Now, I'll go into a little bit more detail on the expected day-to-day schedule for your courses in just a minute. So our courses are very extensive and we've got a huge range of them. As Lisa mentioned earlier, the LSE Summer School is a very long-standing, highly rated summer school, and we've taken on a huge amount of student feedback, analysing what students want to study and enjoy studying the most, and then creating more and more courses in those areas. So our main subjects are listed on your screen here. However, we have over 100 courses, and these are all available on a first-come, first-served basis. For session 1, a huge number of our courses are full now, and we don't operate on a waiting list policy. So once a course is full, I'm afraid that is it, and there is no further availability for that course. What it does mean is that you need to apply as soon as possible if you have a particular course that you want to study. So for session 2 and 3, there is still a huge amount of availability for the majority of our courses. So you can have a little look at what is available and what dates it's being taught when you submit your application. So the best way to look at it is think about what areas interest you, what links in with the degree that you're studying, and then have a look at those courses. Under the subjects, they'll have 100 level, 200 level, and 300 level courses. And you can look at what is being studied and the level of difficulty so that you can think about what is best suited for you when submitting your application. So our course structure is 54 hours of teaching time. And so with the 36 hours of lectures, this would be every single student that's on your course in one room, studying together, learning the new content, listening in to modern case examples, and with your LSE member of staff, so your teacher, who is delivering this for you. You'll also have 18 90-minute seminars or tutorials. And this will be consolidating the new knowledge that was delivered to you within the lecture. It will be debates, looking at case studies, looking at exam questions and essays. But having all of this together means that you get a huge amount of feedback and opportunity to develop and ask questions to your teachers, because you'll be seeing them for 4.5 hours a day. So typically, you will either have a morning lecture or an afternoon lecture. So your morning lectures could be from 9 till 12 or 10 till 1. And then you would have an afternoon seminar lasting 90 minutes. And the seminar time will change each day. So it might be on one day from 3 till 4:30. It might be from 4 till 5:30 another day. And equally, if you have an afternoon lecture, say from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m., then you would have the morning seminar. And again, the times would change each day. We would also recommend that students complete some independent study alongside their teaching. So this is how you're best preparing for the next day of knowledge that you're about to take in, and you're completing any kind of question papers that the teachers advise for you. Now, I'm really excited that we have one of our student ambassadors here with us today who is going to talk to you a little bit about the academic experience as part of the LSE Summer School. Opeyemi, would you be able to introduce yourself to everyone in this webinar and give a little bit of information about your academic background, please?
Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, Ella. My name is Opeyemi Odunola. I am from Nigeria and I have a background in economic sustainability. I recently completed my master's degree in sustainable development practice with a specialization in economic sustainability from the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And would it be possible to let everyone know about your summer school experience? So, what course did you take? What session? And what did you find the most exciting about it?
So I took the EC 307 course, that's development economics. And what was most exciting, I think, or I believe, was just how real life concepts, how the concept just came to life. Because economics, of course, we study human beings, demand, supply. So it was really intriguing, especially the seminar classes where we had problem sets, and then we were able to take what we learned in lectures back to seminars and really talk about it and bring these situations to life basically. So yes, it was really exciting.
Amazing. I'm so glad you had that experience. We really value the way that our content is delivered in a kind of traditional LSE style, but engaging with the modern and global concepts. So that's really great that you had that experience. How would you say your experience at the summer school contributed to your academic or professional goals?
I would say contributed a lot. One of the reasons I wanted to come to summer school was to help my master's thesis. I really needed more, just a wider view of the subject, which was on market access. And I just felt like LSE was the best place to spend the summer and learn. And so I was able to complete my thesis and build on my thesis from what I got. And I was also able to, just have foresight for what I want to do in future, a career in international development, which I believe was a lot. And I could, I credit this to LSE Summer School.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm.
And my final question for you is, did you have the opportunity to collaborate much with the other students on the programme? And if so, could you give an example of that collaboration?
Oh, yes, I did. I would say, especially in classes, and because of the course I took and the way my lecturer and my TA really made it interactive, it was very easy to just communicate. We had people from different cultures, different countries, different backgrounds academically too. And so in classes, we had the opportunity to even exchange words in our different languages. But more than that, it was being able to have groups where our lecturer is always, for example, we had this play auction where we talk about demand and supply and how you basically auction for things in the market. And our class was the market, and we just had to speak to somebody. And so the faculty made it so easy to really interact with students in my course. And so that's just a perfect example. I did have the opportunity.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. We really value your insights, and I'm sure everyone's really enjoyed listening to your experience. Thank you. Okay, so many of you are joining this webinar for credit transfer purposes. And in order to get that credit, you would need to complete the summer school assessments that are part of each course. Now, every course has got two assessments. One of them is at the start of week 2 and is our mid-session assessment. For many courses, this would be an essay, a group project, a presentation, and for some, it would be a written exam. We mark these very, very quickly and get the feedback back to you in a couple of days so that you can then take on that feedback and use it for improvement ahead of that final exam. All courses' last assessment is on the last day of week 3, so that final Friday. And it can run as late as 6 p.m. So please do factor that in when you're booking your flights, if you are booking a flight or a train or any onward travel on that last day. Now, the last exam for the vast majority of courses is a written one, and it would be 2 hours in length. And again, we get the feedback very, very quickly and the results out to you in average around a week, so that you know your overall summer school grades within a week of finishing your course. Now, at the end of the summer school, we then go through and develop all of the academic transcripts and certificates for the students. And the academic transcript looks a little bit like what you can see on your screen here. So it would state your personal details, the names of the courses or course you have studied, and the grades that you have achieved. And these are available electronically in September, and you can then share them with your home institution. Now, it's worth mentioning here that all credit has to be approved by your home institution rather than the LSE Summer School. So please do make sure that you have spoken to them when you've submitted your summer school application, and make sure that it's all been agreed. Now, in terms of the grades, you don't have to take the exams at LSE Summer School. It may be that you decide that you don't want to take them. And if that's the case, you can still be given an attendance award. You would still get the transcript and the physical attendance certificates if you have attended 75% or more of your classes. Now, if you have taken the exam, you would get a grade regardless. You can't have an attendance certificate and a graded one. It would be just the graded one. The attendance transcript and certificate is just for those who did not take the exam, but have taken 75% or more of those classes. Now, in terms of applications, I mentioned earlier that we operate on a first come, first served basis, and a huge number of our session 1 courses are now completely full. There are still around 20 that are open, so I recommend that you have a little look on our website at the courses that are still available, and then look at the prerequisites for them and the date. So for session 2 and 3, there is still a wide range of availability across all of the subjects and all of the course levels as well. So there is a huge amount on offer for you to select. Now, when you're submitting your application, you're going to need to have a think about whether or not you meet our entry requirements. So, broadly speaking, entry requirements are for you to have a GPA of 3.3 out of 4 or a B+ average. Now, for level 100 introductory courses, we can be a bit more flexible on that, as it's an introductory course where we don't require prior knowledge, and we would then look at the application as a whole. If you haven't got any grades yet, that's okay, you can still apply. Just provide us with a screenshot of your university portal showing what courses you're currently studying that you have not got the grades for yet, and then you can apply for a level 100 course. If you have an offer to study at university in the future, but are not yet at a university, again, you can apply for a level 100 course only. If you're looking to apply for a 200 or 300 level course, then we need to see that you have studied or will be studying a prerequisite course, so a subject-specific course, prior to your arrival at the LSE Summer School. So again, you would need to provide us with an official or an unofficial transcript from your home university, making sure it contains your full name and the name of your university when you submit it. And then the program directors would assess this and give you your offer if you've achieved this, or a conditional offer if we require you to provide evidence that you've completed that course prior to your arrival. In addition to this, we also ask that students provide evidence of meeting our English language requirements. If you are studying in English, so English is the language of instruction, then you do not need to provide us with any additional English documentations. If you are studying at a university where English is not the language of instruction, then you would need to provide us with evidence of completing one of the standardized English assessments that are listed on our website. So, for example, the IELTS or the TOEFL or the CET. If you are a student that's taken the CET, you would also be required to take our preparatory English course, which is a 1-week refresher course for English language skills at higher education or university level for your course. Now, the preparatory English courses run online for sessions 1 and 2 and are 1 week in length. And for session 3, they are running in person. So you would be required to attend in London for an extra week in addition to your 3-week course. Now, as I mentioned previously, if you are studying in English now, you do not need to complete a preparatory English course. Some students may want to do the preparatory English course to fine-tune their English language ahead of your academic course. But for those who are providing the CET English exam, it is compulsory to then complete the preparatory English course. Now, the tuition fees are displayed on your screen now. If you are a student in full-time education, you would qualify for the student rate. And if you have completed your education, you would qualify at the standard rate. Now, we give a discount for the more courses that you complete. So you can see if you take just one course at the student rate, it is £3,100. But the cost per course goes down the more courses that you take. So if you were to take all 3 sessions, it would be £2,000 per course. And the last bit from me is about summer school accommodation. So I'm pleased to say that there is still LSE accommodation available in all 3 sessions. For session 1, the only accommodation available is in Butler's Wharf, but for session 2 and 3, there is availability in nearly all of our blocks still. Now, LSE accommodation is not compulsory, but it is something that I would recommend, as it gives you the opportunity to connect with students from outside of your course and from all around the world, making even more friends as part of your summer school experience. You can travel to and from campus together, you can go to the events together, and it's a really nice community to be a part of. Rooms are available in different locations. They're not on campus, but they're all within a very short commute. And there's different rooms for different budgets. So if you wanted a private room with a private bathroom, this would be at a higher cost than those who are opting for a shared room. Now, there isn't a set meal plan for all meals as part of the accommodation. Breakfast is included in all of them, though. But for lunch and dinner, you have the opportunity to explore. You're in the middle of London with so many different foods to look into. So we recommend that you take advantage of going to Borough Market, as well as just going to the supermarket and the local cafes. All of our accommodation has got security and 24/7 assistance should you ever need it. And you can book your accommodation as soon as you have your summer school offer. So you don't need to pay your tuition fees in order to book accommodation. Many students want to secure that accommodation and then proceed with paying the tuition fees. Now, something I didn't mention earlier was tuition fees need to be paid within 30 days of receiving your offer. So you do have 1 month buffer time to secure your accommodation and then pay your tuition fees to cement your spot on the LSE Summer School. Now I'm going to be passing back over to Lisa now. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you so much, Ella, for all the very, very helpful input. And we will have some time after this presentation for questions, and then Ella will also be back to answer them. So I would like to talk a bit more about what I call the second element of the summer school, which is the social program. So many students tell us that the social program is also one of the reasons why the experience was so special to them. So for us, it's not just about providing world-class academic courses, but also to provide amazing activities around the summer school that help you to make friends, but also to explore the culture and the city in London and even beyond. So what we do is that we organize a variety of events there's something happening every day. And it's a mixture of free and ticketed events that you can join as part of the summer school. So we start by the welcome event, which takes place on the first day of lectures. And that is basically an opportunity for you to meet with all the other students that are in your subject area and also to meet your academics. So this is a very great opportunity to start meeting people, but also to talk to your professors and academics in a bit of a different setting outside of the classroom, so that you have a wonderful start into your summer school experience. And what then follows is, as I said, a mixture of all different things every day on your summer school. So we do organize walking and photography tours around London. We have theatre trips and musical visits. We have day trips during the weekends to Oxford and Cambridge, or to Windsor. We organize a trip to the Harry Potter studios, which is very popular. And another event that is also the students like very much is the boat cruise on the River Thames. You can see a photo here on the slides, where it's a boat with just summer school students, and we go to a sunset cruise on the River Thames, where we go down under the Tower Bridge, which opens just for our boat. So there are a lot of scenic photo spots as well, and just a beautiful experience, and many, many more. So we have a pub quiz, we have a summer fair on the campus on a Friday throughout the session. So there are really a lot of amazing events for you to explore. What we recommend you is that you have a look at the schedule of events, which will be released around a month before the session starts, and already have a look in which events you would really like to join, because quite a few of them are either free or paid, but they are ticketed. So have a look at this, and then once the registration opens for each event, you can make sure you get your spot well in advance. So yeah, this is a wonderful opportunity, and I'm very excited to hear from Anton, one of our student ambassadors, because I feel like students might be actually former students the best people to talk about this, as you have lived the experience last summer. So Anton, if you would like to just introduce yourself and what you currently study.
Yes, thank
Hi.
you, Lisa. Um, my name is Anton, as she said, and I study in Norway at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, where I study digital business development day to day, which is a bit more technical study than many people on the summer school. And I attended the FM 200 Entrepreneurial Finance course last summer, which was the first session. Uh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Can you tell us a bit more about the social program, or which types of activities you did and which ones were your favorite?
Yes, of course. As you mentioned already, you can see all the activities on the web pages, which is really nice. And then you can look for what you like the most. As Lisa said, there are day trips to Oxford and Cambridge, which I didn't get to attend myself, but I heard was really good, and you get to see some of some very good universities in England. Uh, but for the programs that or the activities I attended, the boat party was at least one of my favorites. We got to see the Thames on a boat, which was full of just students from the LSE Summer School. So at the boat, I got to meet people from all over the world. And just like socializing. There was a bar on the boat, and yeah, it was really fun. Um, I also attended some of the theaters at the West End, which also was a great experience. The West End is known as one of the absolutely best theater places in the world, and I got to see Mamma Mia and Les Miserables, for example, which also was really high quality. And also there, I got to meet a lot of other students from the summer school. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's we always work. We have a team that obviously organizes all the events, and we do have some even new things ready for you this summer. So stay tuned. There are a lot of exciting events coming up this year. One other thing that I wanted to ask you is just about London. So when you were exploring central London, obviously very convenient from the LSE location, what were some of the places you enjoyed the most, and what made this special to you?
Yes, there are, of course, a lot of famous places you can visit, such as the Big Ben. You have the London Eye, uh, yeah, the bridges. Um, but what I maybe found the most interesting was perhaps the markets, the borough market, for example. You could go there with your friends that you maybe meet at the summer school, and you could taste all kinds of locally crafted beers, all kinds of food from all over the world, which I found really interesting. A lot of fantastic food, and also a great experience to go around and yeah, look for these places together with the friends I met at the summer school. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anton. We will hear more from you later at the Q&A. But yeah, thank you as well. And it's really great to hear that you had a good time and about all the exciting things that students can explore this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I would like to talk about what I call the third element of summer school, so which is the professional skills program, which we call Spark. So we had a look at the academic side of it, at the social and cultural side of it, and the third part of it is everything around career building, employability, and professional skills. So this is the part that we have really developed over the last couple of years and made it bigger and bigger to really offer you a very comprehensive professional skills program that runs alongside the summer school. We understand that the world of work is changing, that students and candidates need to stand out in the world of work. And we want to help you to build these kind of skills when you start looking for jobs or internships. So we understand that the employers value graduates with an international experience, which you will have through the summer school. But we also want to help you to sell this experience and build your narrative in a way that it really stands out in your application. We also want to support you in finding or landing a place at a master's program at top universities in the UK or the US or anywhere else by giving you a bit of insight and training around how the postgraduate recruitment works at LSE, if you're interested in that. And in general, cover all different skills that you may need. We do have a lot of experts for career building topics within the LSE ecosystem. We do have an amazing careers department, an entrepreneurship hub, a digital skills department, and so on. And these departments offer a lot of training and guidance to regular LSE students throughout the year. So what we have done is that we have brought them all together to also offer these kinds of sessions for summer school. So it works just like the social events where you have sessions, workshops, panels, all kinds of events every day. And you can pick and choose which events you would like to attend, register for them, and then go there, either in the lunch breaks between your classes or in the evenings or on weekends. So it's very well integrated into the summer school experience, and you can pick and choose what you would like to do. Just to give you a few examples, as I said, we have an award-winning entrepreneurship hub at LSE. They do offer a lot of different events, from panel discussions with female founders and entrepreneurs to industry spotlights where, for example, LSE alumni are going to talk to you about their day-to-day jobs, and if that is something that interests you, how to get there and how to land these kind of jobs and what skills you need to build for them. We do have a lot of sessions around job search, around how to use LinkedIn for your job search, how to build a good CV and cover letter, how to answer difficult interview questions. There are a lot of things in that area. We have Excel and Python workshops in the digital skills department, and we also have well-being workshops, which we believe is a big part also when it comes to employability, which is around intercultural communication, how to build your own brand as an applicant, how to overcome potential anxiety when it comes to interviews, and all sorts of things that are related to well-being and mental health. So this is a very comprehensive program again, and we really recommend you to have a look at these sessions, as they really help you to maximize your experience at the summer school. If you attend a certain number of sessions, you can also earn a digital badge, which is a little extra award that you can use for your CV or your LinkedIn to show that you have done a professional development at LSE. And the most important thing is there are no additional fees for this program. All these events are included in your tuition fees. So again, it is a wonderful experience also for networking, because not only you will meet other students from all around the world that study with you in the summer school that might not be in your accommodation or in your class that you meet at those sessions, but you can also connect with LSE staff that works in all these different departments, and with working professionals, industry experts, and alumni. So this is we are really, really happy to have developed more and more this program, and I really recommend you to have a look at it during your summer school. To give you a quick overview of our campus, as I said, it is very centrally located, but we also have amazing facilities on campus for students to study. So unlike other universities in London, our buildings and institutes are not spread over the city. They're all in one place on the campus in central London, so that there is a very nice campus atmosphere during the summer school, and you have access to all the same facilities and buildings and study options, just like regular LSE students. We do have the second largest library in the world that is specialized on social sciences materials. So that is something fantastic for you to have a look at while you're studying. Our newest building, the Marshall Building, has amazing and very modern study facilities, a great coffee, and also the sports facilities that you can also attend as part of the social program. For example, yoga, squash, badminton. There are a lot of things available for you, and we also have a gym on campus which you can join as part of your summer school. So again, there's a lot for you to explore. We do have a lot of blogs and content from previous students on our website and on our Instagram if you want to have a look at how they have enjoyed their time on campus. Lastly, I would like to make you aware of the support that we have available. I can imagine that if you are just in the process now of submitting your application, or you're just still thinking about what to do this summer, there might be some questions that you have, and LS team is available to answer any of your questions via live chat, the email that is here on the slide, or the telephone. So please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, or do it now when we are do it now in the Q&A section of this webinar, and we are there for you for anything you may need. We are also have a very sophisticated support system when you are with us during the summer. We have a summer school walk-in office, which we open just for the summer school, which is right in the centrally located on campus, very easy to find, which is open every day from 9:30 to 5:30, where you can just walk in and ask any questions you have. If you can't find your room, or if you have any other questions, our team is there for you. And as Ella said before, also there's help available in the accommodations if you ever need it. We also have well-being hotline that is available 24/7 if you ever need it, and IT support on campus. So you can rest assured that LSE is definitely ready to welcome you, and we do have all the support systems in place. If you would like to receive more emails from Summer School, you're welcome to scan the QR code now and have a look, and sign up for our mailing list so that you receive all the up-to-date information. Do follow us on Instagram. Our team is very busy in posting a lot of information about summer school, a lot of content from our ambassadors and former students. But also it will be very helpful during the summer school because we will keep you updated every day on the events that are taking place. As I said before, there are so many on offer, social and professional events. And in case you're have not looked at the website, or you forgot what's on today, we remind you on Instagram, and you can see all the everything that is happening on the day of your summer school. So we recommend you to follow us.